Hi guys, welcome to mrktutorials. This particular scripting language may not be as old as ancient literature scripts, but definitely it is as good as them. One of my favorite language, and this is the one who saved my time in googling in day-to-day life. I am happy to start this course on TypeScript, which is becoming best friend for every JavaScript developer these days. Thanks for subscribing to my channel in advance, and this course is made by expecting that you might have minimum programming background in any programming language. Please remember the word any used by me, as this is going to save many hours of your life in the TypeScript journey. If you don't have knowledge about any programming language before, I would recommend to start one before learning this course, especially learning JavaScript, and we at MRK Tutorials provide them too. And if you are new to our channel, please do subscribe and don't forget to share to your friends. Okay, enough of if conditions. Let's start the first video of the course. Introduction to JavaScript and its hurdles that developer face before TypeScript. So let's start introduction to JavaScript and its hurdles. Yes, it's honored to know about JavaScript before learning TypeScript, as JavaScript saved many people from harder codes of Java, C++, C by giving excellent cross-platform support. So what is JavaScript? JavaScript was initially created to make web pages alive. JavaScript is a open source cross-platform dynamic computer programming language which is developed to implement complex features on the web pages. It is a scripting language which is used on both client and server side. JavaScript is the language of the web development. Most interactions you have with the websites, including buttons you click, forms you fill, emails you send, etc. are implemented with JavaScript only. JavaScript was initially created as browser-only language, but it is now used in many other environments as well. Simply, we have a language that was designed for quick users and then grew to a full-fledged tool to write applications with millions of lines of code. Before starting on what is TypeScript and why TypeScript in this playlist, we will be seeing few code snippets and execute them. At this point, let's use online editors, and later on in the course, we will be installing TypeScript and using them. Let's see some code snippets executed in JavaScript online editor, followed by we do the same using TypeScript online editor respectively. In the first snippet, you can see constant object is declared with two key names width and height. And in the second line of code, a developer who generally are not good at spellings thought of accessing height with the spelling HIEGHT. He misspelled it. Let's compile this in the online editor and check once. You can see in JavaScript we cannot see error for the actual error. And let's go to TypeScript and try the same. We can see that it shows error before hitting the run button. In the second snippet, I assigned a string value to the variable, and next I assigned integer to the same variable. Let's see how JavaScript and TypeScript behave. You can see TypeScript has taken type of the variable on the first time assignation by its own. This is called implicit type declaration. We will be learning them in the next videos. Generally in real life development, we will be writing more lines of code, and we might forget and assign a value of another type. At such situations, especially in JavaScript, we might not get errors while we are coding, but these take time to debug and resolve. when testing the output. Let's get more crazy and try these additions in the JavaScript and TypeScript. You can see how TypeScript is throwing errors. It even won't execute your code until you resolve it. Thank God TypeScript. Last snippet, let's think of returning an expression. Suddenly, we press enter and forgot to undo it. This is a common scenario where developer has just got from a coffee machine and clicked on enter too many times to make the system respond. These things can be resolved at the glance. You can see these might be small mistakes or small human errors which are having high probability of causing while development. But these can be rectified using TypeScript at the time of coding only, and also prevent many bugs before even executing the code. So that is the reason why TypeScript is the third most loved language according to the results in the Stack Overflow. So I hope the hurdles of JavaScript developers faced before TypeScript are clear. This is how TypeScript saved many developers from scoldings of their bosses. So we should respect it by following this course entirely. But why do we need TypeScript? Why can't we update JavaScript? I promise you these questions gets answered by the end of this series. So please stay tuned to every video released in this series. Here is the core structure of basic level of TypeScript series. JavaScript and its hurdles, which is the current video. Why need TypeScript? Why can't we update JavaScript? TypeScript advantages over JavaScript. Basics of JavaScript that we want to know before learning TypeScript. Modern JavaScript that are implemented by TypeScript. Let's get into a little bit of theory. What is TypeScript? And installing TypeScript and setting up. What are types? What are different types? What are custom types in the TypeScript? Summary of this basic level course and what's next, what to follow next. These above points are necessarily need not be video titles. These are just pointers to videos, and don't worry, we will be guiding you without any efforts through the playlists. You might see JavaScript is also covered in the course structure, because having good knowledge in the JavaScript help us understand this TypeScript series more clearly. And thanks for watching this video. So this video playlist is basically combination of basics of JavaScript, modern JavaScript, and getting started with TypeScript. I hope this video series is going to add new skill to your resume. So please do like this video and share to everyone who is interested in learning TypeScript and JavaScript.